Hey there, Trisha with Upcycled Stuff. Today I'm going to show you how to use the Dremel tool to carve a design out into the bowl of a spoon. Now the spoons that I'm using I've already flattened. I know I've seen some jewelers who have kept their bowl in bowl shape, so it's rounded. I just find it a lot easier, especially for beginners, to have a flattened surface to work on. Not that it's going to be completely flat, because you'll have some hammer rivets and that sort of thing in the piece, but it's just easier to work with. So here's what you're going to need. You'll need your spoon of your choice, and I've gone ahead and marked a line down the center and then drawn out the design that I want to carve into it. I've clamped it to the table as best I can, because when I'm using the Dremel it's easier for me to use two hands to steady it, because it does tend to jump around a little bit. And then you'll need two different cutters. I'm using two tungsten carbide cutters. This one is the part number 9901, and it's just a round tungsten carbide cutter. To get my hole started before I put this one in, so I don't break it because I've done that already, I'm using a pointed tungsten carbide cutter. So this is just to get the hole started, and then this one will be to do the remainder of the work. And then of course, to make sure these are in really good and tight in your Dremel, don't forget your little wrench. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get our little starting tungsten carbide cutter into the Dremel. So go ahead and hold the silver button down while you loosen your bit holder here. Drop that in and start to tighten that up. And just when you think it's tight as it's going to be, make sure you take your wrench and tighten it even more. Remember, these are very high-speed parts, and if they come off and go flying, it could really do some bodily harm. So once it's tight, release your silver button and you're ready to get started. Starting off with the pointed tungsten carbide bit, I'm going to drill a hole into the heart, and then once I have a hole big enough, I'll switch out the bit for the larger one to do the remaining shaving of the metal off of the spoon. Remember to let the Dremel do the work for you. Don't push too hard, just let it do it for you. It takes a little bit of time, but that's the beauty of it. You don't have to use a lot of pressure and force of your own. The machine will do it for you. So here we go. We're going to go on high because this is metal, and let's see how we do. Okay, so as you can see, we have a hole that's been started, and I think that's big enough to fit my other piece in, so I'm going to go ahead and untwist this one. Had it in there nice and tight, so I need to use my little tool to get it undone. For those of you seeing my what looks like fur-lined jacket, it's not fur at all, and it's cold outside. It's the middle of winter, and I'm out in the garage. I should have asked for a heated garage for Christmas. That's okay. Alright, so it's on there pretty good, but I'm going to give it another tighten. There we go. All right, here we go. And again, I'll be on high. Okay, so as you can see, a few minutes later I have a heart shape, which I'm not quite sure is all straight. It's a little awkward having a camera in between me and my artwork, but let me pull this off here so you can see. I had it on there good and tight, didn't I? There we go. Alright. Okay, so here's the semi-heart shape. Okay. So you can just work it a little bit more to make sure you sort of accentuate those little heart shapes a little bit more. And then you can use a metal file to file that out, or you can use a grinding stone on your Dremel, which I'll have another video on grinding and texturing using the grinding stones. But if you want to get the marker off, if you're going to add any texture to this, don't worry about getting the marker off. It'll come off when you do the grinding. Otherwise, you can just use fingernail polish remover or alcohol, rubbing alcohol, and it will come right off. But that's how you cut a shape into your spoon.